to deliver my son, Dorian, after whom this name is named. I encountered some childbirth complications that brought me face to face with the realities of life. Considering what I went through, several questions were raised in my mind. How do the less privileged cope without social safety nets? What would have happened to me if I had no one to take care of me? What about my son? What would have happened to him if I did not make it through that experience? As tough as those questions sound, it mirrors the reality of many people in our society today. Women who have lost their husbands and have the weight of their families on their shoulders. Children on the streets without hope of where the next meal will come from. While many of us may be used to a life of comfort and luxury, many people are living below the poverty level, looking for hope to lift them up. The second experience was the death of my only brother in 2018, which almost drained the life out of me. Actually, I nearly committed suicide because I couldn't face the world. It was the worst period of my life because it was a strong and reliable support system. My late brother was the gift of God to my family and a strong pillar of support for Dorian Home. His words fueled my courage, and his voice was all the encouragement I needed when the journey became tough. Indeed, it was a reflection of who I wanted to be. Losing him was tough for me and my family. His death brought me face to face with how meaningless everything can be in the face of death. It brought me to the reality of the saying of the preacher in Ecclesiastes 1-3, vanity of vanity. All is vanity. What profit has a man of all his labor, which he taketh under the sun? The reality of the moment hit me when they lowered his body to the grave and all his plans died with him. When my brother left, he took nothing with him, neither his cars nor houses mattered, neither food nor money mattered in the face of death. That moment brought about a reawakening in my life. I became more conscious of the fact that what matters is not what we do for ourselves, but what we do for others while we have the time here on earth. Right there, I made up my mind to live my life for God and for humanity, to give to the hopeless, to become a blessing to my generation through the works of my hand. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it will be necessary at this junction to let you know that up to the point of the commissioning of this modest project, I held to my covenant with God of not involving the public or anyone in its funding. This is actually my sweat and my resources. So far, God has remained faithful in bringing us to this day of project commissioning through the advice, support, and encouragement of my siblings and other men and women of goodwill who have held up my hand and ensured that today became a success. After the commissioning of the project today, the support of Dorian Home will now be open to any assistance, financial or material, that men and women of goodwill could offer to these vulnerable children and women. The vision of Dorian Home is about leaving a legacy of hope for the orphaned children, widows, and less privileged women in our society. We now invite you all to join us as a partner on this legacy journey by offering a sense of community and creating an everlasting project with us. Inside the home, we have a legacy walkway where we will celebrate our strategic partners as they join us in this journey. Dorian Home consists of the main building to accommodate the motherless babies, their games, dining, a decent kitchen, library, clinic, laundry, hair salon, restaurant for staffs. The women training section of the complex, when completed, will be outfitted with appropriate equipment to develop or hone their skills. A recreational unit is being proposed to enable occupants and staffs working in the home to have a sound mind in a sound body. Above all, there's a worship center for them to glorify God, the author and finisher of our faith, unto whom all honor, power, dominion, and glory belong. Only He and He alone has sanctioned this project and allowed all of us to be here for this commission. In concluding my speech, I wish to acknowledge the Governor, His Excellency Rotimi Akeredolu, and his wife, Her Excellency Mrs. Akeredolu, for coming to inspect this project, offering pieces of advice and promising to help in whichever way this project can contribute towards reducing to the barest minimum the social, economic, and emotional problems of the people of Ondo State. And because we are in perilous times, when the scourge of banditry and kidnapping are common everywhere, we would be most grateful if a military post or a military or police post is sited near this establishment by the government to supplement the security architecture being proposed by Dorian Home. My speech will be incomplete without acknowledging the roles of our distinguished Senator and now Honorable Minister of State for Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Motayo Alashuadura, who gave us constant advice and supervision of this project. I'm indeed very grateful, sir. God will continue to honor you and yours till the end of time. Finally, I must thank the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, for facilitating the supply of solar power. Thank you very much, sir, to this home, and more importantly, for finding time out of his extremely busy schedule to come from Abuja to commission this project. Thank you for honoring us and honoring God, because I believe this is God's project. Thank you so much, sir. And to my parents, Chief and Mrs. Joseph Bayode, my siblings, Mrs. Yemi Bankole, Mrs. Fagbele, Mrs. Adebola, and my cousins, Babatunde Adewumi and Aderayo, and all notable men and women of goodwill that have found time to attend this event. I'm extremely honored and humbled to be honored by your presence, goodwill, and prayers. May the good Lord grant all your journey mercies to your different destinations. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Can we give Dr. Tolulola a round of applause? I'm sure that is the longest speech you have ever read. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Dorian Home is a world-class orphanage.